You find yourself in the presence of a massive bull elephant, peacefully browsing on leaves close by. You've zoomed back as much as you can and you're practically on the lap of your fellow guest as you've backpedaled, but still you can't fit the whole elephant in your frame. When you review a photo, all you see is a grey blob without legs. Let me help you out. I've spent hundreds of hours in the presence of elephants capturing these majestic giants. In this video, I'll be telling you where your best chances are of finding them and how to best capture their behavior. We'll then look at ideas for photographing them, different tricks and techniques I've learned along the way, and lastly, we'll talk about camera settings. I'm Danielle, I'm a pro wildlife photographer in Africa from Africa, and I lead photo safaris that make you a better photographer while you're having the time of your life on safari. Let's go. Knowing your subject and its behavior is paramount in getting superb images. First, however, you need to find your subject. I'm only talking about the savanna elephant in this video, not the forest elephant, but as you can see on this map, they've both had a pretty tough time surviving in Africa. The savanna elephant can mostly be found in southern and east Africa. The Khaza region in Botswana in particular officially hosts the largest population. I lived in northern Botswana for many years, but never have I seen as many elephants as I did this past year in Zambia and Zimbabwe. They move around. In the dry season, you'll find them closer to water sources, and in the wet season, they're more dispersed. It also depends on which landscape you'd like to photograph them in. In an open savanna, in a forest, swimming in a river, all these opportunities are out there. To date, my most special elephant sightings have been in the Namib Desert in the Skeleton Coast of Namibia. Seeing a desert-adapted elephant roaming around with her young calf is just magical. As always, it's a good idea to talk to a local expert to find out where and when to find what you're looking for. Let's look at behavior. I'm going to show you photos as I tell you about their structure and behavior so that you can see what's possible. As always, there's so much more to say, but then we'll be here forever, so I've summarized the best bits. Elephants are gregarious, with strong family bonds, and they live in a matriarchal society that's very protective over their young. They work together in looking out for the young ones, and that's beautiful behavior to capture. This is also very important to know because you don't want to accidentally intrude on a breeding herd, and you need to know when to keep your distance. The young ones, always under the watchful eye of the older females, are careless and playful, and often they're the most photogenic in the herd. Mimicking behavior is common to see in the little ones as they learn to navigate their environment, so keep an eye on them. They love playing with each other, or rocks, or sticks, or anything amusing they can find. So you'll most often find families of females together as a herd, with bulls alone, unless they're looking to mate. The bulls can also form bachelor herds, and they're generally calm as can be, not even taking notice of you. A large bull elephant is one of the most impressive animals on earth. A large bull elephant in must, however, is one of the most terrifying animals on earth if you get in its way. Again, very important to know your subject and to keep safe. My guests and I had the most incredible experience with a large elephant bull in Zambia not too long ago, sitting in silence, the only vehicle around, as it started approaching us while feeding on pods. It ended up passing by our vehicle peacefully while we just sat in awe. Obviously all safe and respectful towards the elephant and under the guidance of an excellent local guide. Elephants are mega herbivores. They eat 16 to 18 hours a day. You'll see them shaking grit and dirt off vegetation when they're feeding near water. Make the most of it by trying to backlight the droplets as they shake it off, or just freeze the droplets to be crystal clear with a fast shutter speed. Their trunks are extremely dexterous, and you'll see them picking up pods or vegetation with the tip of their trunk, or if the pods are still attached to the tree, you'll find them reaching as high as they can, making for unique photographs. They also drink a lot. Although they can go without water for up to 5 days, they will drink if there's access to water. They love water, and they'll often be seen sprinting to the water once they're close enough. You need to make use of these opportunities. This is especially rewarding if you're shooting from a photo hide, which gets you on water level. After drinking, they often swim and play in the water, especially when it's hot. After swimming, they often mud or dust bathe in order to screen them from the sun, protect them from insects, and to keep cool. When they're unsure of a scent, say lions are close by or the wind is turning, they might perform periscoping, trying to identify the direction that the scent is coming from by sniffing the air. That's the behavior aspect. Now let's look at some ideas to capture elephants well. Use of scale. Make the largest land mammal look tiny by placing it together with something larger in the frame, or use a wide angle. Don't forget vertical. When an elephant faces you straight on, it works so well to fill the frame completely. This is one of those impressive bulls I was referring to earlier. Silhouettes. Elephants have a recognizable shape, so all you need to see is at least a tusk or a trunk or a head and ears flapping. Play with exposure compensation. They work well both as low-key subjects, where they have light on them and the background is dark, or as high-key subjects, where they're dark with bright sky or water behind them. This video of mine top right explains this important concept in detail. Close-ups. Remember that moment when you can't fit the whole elephant in your lens? This is it. Zoom in instead. Eyelashes, trunk tips, tusks, toenails. Capture it all. Framing. Organize the chaos of a herd by framing one elephant between others. Black and white. They make beautiful black and white subjects with their textures and shadows. Lastly, camera settings. Camera mode. Any mode, as long as you know how it functions. Focus mode. Always AFC or AI servo. Focus point. Single focus point is most effective with large animals like this because you need to be very specific with focus point placement. The eye is far from the nose bridge and far from the ear, so if you get it wrong, you'll see it clearly and the eye will be soft. Tracking does work on elephants, but it's not 100% accurate, so a single focus point is still my preference. Metering, your preferred metering mode. Mine is evaluative. Aperture, this will be specific to the goal. If you want just the eye or eyelashes to stand out, a larger aperture is best. If you're capturing two elephants close together, a smaller aperture is necessary. Shutter speed, this is movement and light dependent. Generally between 400 and 2500 of a second is sufficient. Fast movements like swishing vegetation around with droplets flying about requires fast shutters. Elephants just standing around 400 of a second is probably the lowest I'd go if I have a choice. Exposure, it really depends on your goal. The easiest is to refer to my exposure compensation video top right. As a very general rule, I find the camera often overexposes elephants because of their coloration, so I'm generally 0.3 to 0.7 underexposed, but this really depends on so many factors like your metering mode and composition. Let me know what your favorite type of elephant photos are, or if you haven't been to Africa, what your dream shot would be. Until next time, keep well, bye-bye.